Right, boys, this is the most serious video I've ever made on this channel, and hopefully the most serious video I ever will make on this channel. I've been toying with the idea of making this video for a long time on my channel, and I've just always kind of bottled it because I'm embarrassed. But I received an email yesterday, and I had a chat with a guy, and it seemed to have really helped him, and it's made me realise that I'm in a position where I have quite a large audience, and I can actually help a lot of other people that have been in a similar situation to this guy and myself. So fuck it, I don't care if I'm embarrassed. Let's do this, boys. Let's read the email, then I'll get into what my illness is and how it's affected my life terribly for like 5 years. Yeah, let's just open up the email. Sorry if I'm reading this email a little bit slow. As a lot of you know, I'm partially blind, which will be explained today, because a lot of the stuff that happened to me led to me getting brain damage, which then led to me being partially blind. But anyway, boys, so hi Max, bit of an odd email to receive, but I've tried contacting you elsewhere with no success. I've got the two exact same scars on my stomach from having surgery. I have had small and large intestine removed because of adhesions, whatever. I was wondering if this is something you would discuss with me. You have so much confidence to display your body online, but yet I feel the need to hide my scars due to embarrassment. To be honest, you've given me a lot of confidence to be seen with a top off since I've seen you being so confident. First of all, we're going to quickly touch on the main point of this email, where this guy is embarrassed about his scars, because this is something that affects anyone that's had a serious illness and has had operations. And then we'll discuss the bigger topic, my IBD, and I'll explain to you what IBD is in a second. So what he's talking about in this email is, I did a vlog yesterday where I got my top off and you can see my scar. Apparently the hotel doesn't sell any, so what we going down in? Don't ask me why I'm getting on like that in the vlog. Watch it and you'll understand. For years, I would go on holiday, I wouldn't take my top off. I'd be scared to go and meet a girl. I'd be scared to even like talk to a girl because I was scared of it ever getting to the stage where I'd have to take my top off around her and she'd find me disgusting. That was my mindset. Like, I fully understand people out there like this guy who are embarrassed about their scars. And I just want to say, boys, don't be. Like, fuck it. Like, honestly, like I wish I realized this years ago, but nobody cares. Not trying to say I'm some ladies man, but anytime I have to take my top off around a girl, I've never had a girl mention it once. And anyone that I've actually been seeing a while, I've actually said they actually quite like it. They think it's pretty cool. It's a scar. Like, my video, which got 100,000 views, right? One person commented about the scar. It's not that big a deal. Like, honestly, just fuck it. Do not live your life covering yourself up because you're scared of what people think. Only person that cares is you. That's it. Took me a long time to realize that, but honestly, it's true. Anyway, on to the bigger fish when it comes to this video. So in this email, we didn't just share similarities in that he's scared of he's self-conscious about his scar, and I used to be like that. He's had his intestines removed, and so have I. So I can't believe I'm about to fucking tell you this story. Let's just start from the start. When I was 14, I started going to the toilet more, and when I did, I'd have blood down there, basically. I can't believe him. Anyway, boys, and I didn't tell anyone about this for a long time, and it ended up fucking me. It ended up being the reason I've ended up partially blind. So before I get into everything, I just want to say to anyone out there that's having similar issues like that, or any health issues where you're embarrassed to tell someone about it, do not let that stop you from going and getting seen. Like, even if you don't tell your mom and dad about it, go to your GP and talk to them about it. Because, boys, if I had just not been embarrassed about it and went and seen someone sooner, it would have made things a lot easier. And the next 5 years of my life would not have been half as difficult as they ended up being. So if you're embarrassed about something that's going on with your body, do not let that stop you going and getting it seen to, because it could really make things a lot worse in the long run. But anyway, so I was 14, and I was diagnosed with inflammatory bowel disease. If you don't know what inflammatory bowel disease is, it is what it says in the tin. Your intestines get really swollen, they're diseased, they're just fucked. Now some people can take medication for this and it works pretty good for them, they can keep it under control. Other people like me, they have to get surgery. And there's a couple of options. There's a couple of options and they're not pleasant to say the least. So long story short, I was 14, I was diagnosed with inflammatory bowel disease. It then led to me having pancreatitis and then led to me having brain damage. Crazy, they'd never seen anything like this. So over the course of a couple of years, I was in hospital like 1 week a month, like with pancreatitis and with flare-ups of my inflammatory bowel disease, and it just wasn't working. This is a bit really embarrassed to talk about. It was going bad. It was going really bad, and I was taken in, and the doctor basically said to me, like medication isn't working, and you're going to have to get an operation. Now, like a 15-year-old kid, like even that scared the shit out of me. But then when he explained to me what they were going to have to do to me, it's like it just ruined my life for the next multiple years. Basically, boys, I have a reconstructed bowel. So they removed my large intestine and they made a new one basically with my small intestine. So you've got 12 feet of small intestine. So they took a bit of it off, cut it up, made a new colon basically. But they can't just do all that in the spot. They had to do that and let it heal before you could start using it. So in the meantime, they had to... So in the meantime, the doctor told me I was going to have an ileostomy, which, if you don't know, fucking hell, is basically shitting into a bag, and being told at 15 that I was going to have to live with that was terrible. It was terrible. Anyway, now boys, I don't have this anymore. It was a temporary thing that I had to have while it was a temporary thing that I had to have while they were working on the new colon, essentially. But some people out there aren't as lucky as me, and they have to have that for life. And lots of people do. It's actually a lot more common than you'd imagine. But anyway, as a 15-year-old kid who's going to school every day, this was not an option for me. Like this was just the worst thing that could ever happen to me. So anyway, I told the doctors no, I'm not getting that done. So over the course of the next maybe year, things just got worse and worse for my health, and I was in the hospital more and more and more. I was getting weaker and weaker. I was getting more ill and more ill, and the doctors were telling me you need to get this operation. And because I was over the age of 13, they needed my consent, and I was refusing to get the operation. And then it got to the stage basically where I was in hospital. They were going to send me to intensive care. My kidneys were shutting down, and it just wasn't looking good for me. And you know, it was a case of get this done or you're gonna die basically. So I agreed to the operation on the basis that I would not be made to ever go to school or go anywhere I didn't want to go until I had the second operation and had the ileostomy removed. I was told this would take 6 months. It took 2 years. So whenever I got this, whenever I woke up and I can't believe I'm talking about this. I don't want to make people out there that have this feel bad about themselves, because this is not how I feel about it now, and this is not how anyone should feel about it. But as a 15-year-old that was given this, I felt like I was disgusted at myself. Like I felt horrible. Like I felt like I felt disgusting. That's how I felt. And I refused to see anyone for those 2 years. I sat in my room. I didn't see my grandparents. I missed my grand's funeral. and I just sat inside for 2 years until they got rid of it, because I was just ashamed of myself, basically. And the reason I'm telling everyone this is for two reasons. First of all, if I had have told someone sooner, it might not have got to that stage. And also, I just want to say to people out there that are in that position, and being told you might have to get this, it's not as bad as it seems. It's really not. And I dealt with it terribly because I was 15 and I was scared about my friends and all the things. But see, as an adult, it's not that big a deal. And if you're in that position, like, it's fine. Like, it's actually really common. But anyway, in the meantime, while I was sitting in my house doing nothing, I started making YouTube videos. And that's why I was making YouTube videos. Like, I wasn't going to school, I wasn't doing anything. So I started, like, as you can see, boys, if you'll see, we'll show you a clip of me back in the day, right? This is like, maybe just after I got my final operation.
Alright guys, bringing my first ever Q&A on this channel, and I hit 1,000 subs this week, so thanks a lot for that, guys. I'm already way past 1,000 subs, so
look at what I looked like back then. I had no confidence. I shaved my head because I had no confidence to get a proper haircut. I had really bad skin because they gave me steroids and made me break out loads. And I was just, I don't know where this video is going. I'm just rambling. I'm rambling. Let's just put this all together real quick. So anyway, boys. All that happened. I got my reconstruction surgery, and it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I have had basically no problem since. Like, if you're in a position like me and they're offering you reconstruction surgery, the bowel, go for it. Like, it's the best decision I ever made, honestly. Then, as I started gaining my confidence back and starting looking at, like, getting a bit healthier looking, my YouTube channel started blowing up, and it changed my life. I went from having the worst 5 years anyone could ever dream. Like, you could not pay me any money in the world to relive them 5 years of my life. So I went from that to the best 5 years of my life thanks to YouTube. Like, proper 0 to 100. Like, I'm so thankful to YouTube for changing my life. But yeah, boys, as a quick recap, I can't believe I just fucking told people that on camera. If you do have scars and you're embarrassed about it, don't be. Nobody cares but you. If you've got something going on, like maybe what I explained with the blood and stuff, or anything that's not right with you, but you're too embarrassed to tell anybody, go to your GP and just get checked out. Even if you don't tell your mum and dad, just go get checked out, because it could fuck you up in the future like it did for me. If you've got inflammatory bowel disease, don't be embarrassed. It's not that big a deal. It's actually really common. If you've got an ileostomy, don't be embarrassed. It's not that big a deal. Nobody cares but you. And if you're in a position like I was, where they're telling you the medication's not working and you're going to need to get an operation, just go for it. Go for it, honestly. And it's not as bad as it sounds. But yeah, boys, that was only, like, believe it or not, like a tiny part of that whole story. I don't know. Links to the donations in the description below, and I really hope I don't regret uploading this video.